Hello guys. So in this part of the lesson, I'm going to be teaching you how you can add your Kindle ebook to extra categories. So while publishing, you're only allowed to add your book to one category. So I'm going to be showing you how you can add your book to extra categories. So if you log in and you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you see this contact us. Open it in a new tab, right? And when it loads, you're going to see how this is done. So this is what it to show. You see the first link there. It says Amazon store and product detail page, right? I want you to click on it and then you will see update Amazon categories. This is the link that you'll be using to update it. Click on it and then you will see the format. Take your time to read this, but I'm still going to show you how this is done, right? So you can see this ASIN, this code button here. That is what ASIN is. That is what you'll be using to update your book categories. So I'm going to be opening a sample of this particular extra categories that I've done so that you see the formats which I used to do it, right? So when you open it, you're going to be seeing that format that I've already shown you just now on Amazon. So what you do is you copy your ASIN. Your ASIN is that code, that first code, this particular code here, right? So you take your ASIN, you see the Kindle store, the Kindle ebooks. I'm going to be explaining this so that you see what it means. So your ASIN is the first thing that you use. Then the second one should be your marketplace, right? So we are putting it in Kindle store, right? We are dealing with Kindle store. There are so many categories in Amazon, but we are particularly dealing with Kindle store. Just remember that Kindle store should always be there. You're asking your Kindle store, and then the next is your book format. We are dealing with Kindle ebooks. It could be books, right? There are book format, there are paperbacks. Paperback is book. So then there is then the category that you want to put this particular book in. That is your category. That's the next one. So what you can do is you can research about categories that you want to put your book in and then niche it down, right? You niche it down to the particular niche you want your book to belong to. That is how you add your Kindle ebook to extract 10 categories. You can see that I have categories that I've already sent to Amazon to update my book with. And this takes like 24 to 72 hours to be updated. So I'm going to open a new tab to show you how this is done. So I'm going to go to amazon.com so that you will see how you see that some books are related to so many categories. So let me search for bestsellers, Amazon bestsellers for sleep, right? This is going to show us the bestsellers in that category and then how you can also make your research to add extra 10 categories to your book. So just like I taught you in the previous lessons, the one you'll be clicking is the one that has ZGBS, right? So I'm going to be clicking this one, and when it loads, you're going to see by the left side, you're going to be seeing this category and the niches. You can see that this is in a dream niche, and dream is under mental health. Mental health is under counseling and psychology. Counseling and psychology is under health, fitness, and dieting. Right, this is what I mean. So let's click that fitness and dieting. That's like the parents category of this book. If I click on health, fitness, and dieting, these are the books in fitness and dieting. And if you are making your research, make sure that your book is top 100 paid and not top 100 free. Let me change my location. It doesn't matter actually, but let me just change it. So make sure that it's in top 100 paid and not top 100 free. So you can see all the subcategories and niches under health, fitness, and dieting. So if you want to, let me make a quick search so that you see how I get some of my categories. So let me make a quick search for sleep. You can see that these are the results for sleep, right? It has more like over 50,000 results according to what we are seeing here. So if you want to make this profitable, you have to niche down, know the particular audience you are writing for about this sleep, right? That is how you make your money. So this is the result on sleep research, right? So if I want to know the categories, you can see that this belongs to like three categories. So I'll open this in a new tab. That is how I found out the niche and categories for a particular book I can actually publish. So you can see that this is in Kindle store, Kindle ebooks, medical ebooks, basic science, nosology, right? So now that you can see the path, Kindle store, Kindle ebooks, medical something, and then nosology. You can now open your notepad if you're using a laptop. If you're using a mobile smartphone, you can open Google Doc or any um, editing software that you word editing software that you're using. So now I can copy for my book that I've published. I can now copy the ASIN, right? That's the code I talked about. I can copy the ASIN, and then that's the first thing from that tutorial, that the format that I just showed you. And then arrow front. Then what next? The marketplace. That's the next thing. The marketplace. Then the marketplace for this is the Kindle store. Always know that Kindle store. You're always on Kindle store. Then arrow front. After the arrow front, what do you think is the next? The next is the book format. I want to categorize an ebook. If you are categorizing book, please make sure you write books there instead of Kindle ebooks. So you can now follow the path. You can see that this is in medical ebooks, basic science, and then you can now niche down to nosology. That is where the this niche is. I mean, this is very simple. Just know what you are doing. Then this is for one, right? This is how you make research to know which category that you can put in. I'm just doing this so that you understand it. But if I want to add my Kindle ebooks, I have to make research to know which niche is profitable, because visibility is everything. So I'll just copy from that Kindle ebooks, and then I'll make research for another. I'll just look for another niche that I can put in, right? So I can just copy this. Let me just add for another niche. I'll just copy this, paste it here, and write something about neuroscience, right? So neuroscience, something it can be compared to sleep, right? So I can just close this, and then if you hover over any book, you can see another category, another niche that you can actually also publish in. So once you open this in a new tab, you can see if you're using a mobile device, make sure that this particular thing is in desktop version, so that you see it properly. Right, desktop version is very important. I'm using a laptop, so make sure that your own browser is in desktop version. So I'm going to open sports psychology in a new tab and make sure that I always writing out the category path, so that if I want to send it to Amazon, I'll send it in the correct format. So you can see that this is in Kindle store, and this is Kindle ebooks. This is in sports and outdoor, right? Sports and outdoor, and then this is in miscellaneous, and then in miscellaneous, let me just write sports and outdoors. I'll just write it in the format on Amazon so that I don't have issues, because if I write and, they might just respond that there is no category as that. So I'll write miscellaneous, right? Am I spelling it right? Miscellaneous, and then I'll put arrow front. I'll write the niche. Let me scroll down. You can see that it's in sports psychology, right? So it's in sports psychology. So you can see that I have like 3 extra categories that I want to add now. And if I want, I can just go on and on and on and on and on and keep adding categories. So I can just come here, click and delete everything here, and then paste what I've done. Once I paste these 3 categories, I can just click on send message. Once this send message button is clicked, it's going to send to Amazon about this categories, and Amazon will get back to you that this book has been added. This book with this particular ASIN. This code is what determines the book that you are referring. Every book on Amazon has a different ASIN or ISBN. So this is what says that this is the book I want this extra categories in. And once it's sent, Amazon will know that this is what you're talking about, and they will add your extra categories under 24 hours to 72 hours. And this increases visibility, and visibility is everything, because visibility is what ensures sales, right? And sales is what ensures more money, and more money is what ensures more fat back account, right? And if you do everything right at this point, you will notice a good number of sales, right? So I want you to go through this lesson, keep learning.